I'm Angus Dalgleish, and I'm now Emeritus Professor of Oncology at St George's University of London, and I'm a practicing clinician in oncology, but I've also had first-line experience in immunology and virology, where the incidence of cancer is certainly going up. When I was, since 2021, 22, the increase that's been going on for a decade has inflected and suddenly become worse. So the cancers are actually presenting younger and they're presenting more aggressively. And I, for one, basically, with others, have linked this to the timing is completely consistent with the introduction of the booster vaccines for COVID. Now, in Japan, they've clearly shown that the increase in all cancers correlates with the number of boosters. It really is very good correlation, which has been seen elsewhere. So, I mean, it took us 20, 30 years when we realized that smoking was likely to be the cause of cancer before it was accepted. My fear it's going to be a long time too before what is obvious to those at the coalface becomes accepted. And in the case of lung cancer, it was the force of the tobacco companies saying there's absolutely no evidence. And in the case of the vaccines, it is the big pharma making them who keep saying there's no evidence. I have a background of many different vaccine types, and I'd been on the board of a messenger RNA vaccine company. So I knew darn sight more than most clinicians and people advising the government. And they're not fit for purpose to even consider for infectious diseases because they were on the cusp whether they were safe enough to use as cancer agents. And RNA integrates at random. You cannot tell it where to integrate. So the fact that it's integrated into the genome at random, by definition, it could be next to an oncogene, switch it on. It could be next to a suppressor gene, switch it off. And that's exactly what happened. And that's before we got to the fact these vaccines were horrendously contaminated. The quality control was absolutely diabolical, you know, with levels of far more than any circulating DNA and all sorts of toxins. And Pfizer, there's SV40, promoter, not the virus, it's important, but the promoter. But that's enough. What on earth were they doing, allowing that to be in their mixture for an infectious disease, giving them to children who were never going to die of the COVID? This is really big. You know, the damage, this is not quackery, this is not exaggeration. This is a steam train coming down the tracks, and you must stop the vaccines now and instigate programs for detoxifying the damage that this circulating messenger RNA is doing to these people. Or if you think it's bad now, it's going to be so much worse in the future. There's still a window to do something about it.